Happy Thursday morning, Sooner Nation. Welcome back to the Sooner Surge for another Senior Spotlight video. This time highlighting Karlie Keeney, transfer pitcher, played a significant role in the national championship for the University of Oklahoma. Before we get started on this video, make sure you are subscribed to our channel. Also, check out the Fan Stop at fanstop.com and sign up for the Shirt of the Month Club. Use code SURGE for 10% off your first 3 months. Hunter, Karlie Keeney, out of Liberty, transferred here, and obviously she's already, made the Instagram post talking about just her overall feelings of this year and some things that she really sounds like really wanted to get out there to the public. And I agree wholeheartedly with what she was saying, because really Karlie Keeney did not have the opportunity, Hunter, to have the chance to prove herself like she had wanted entering the season. And it was really mostly because of that injury that happened on the first practice of fall.
Yeah, we talk about the battle series all the time. I mean, it's a opportunity for newcomers and either freshmen or transfers to prove themselves and what's regarded by many as the toughest point of the year, scrimmaging themselves. I mean, with how dominant Oklahoma has been, and Karlie Keeney missed all of that because of the pinky injury. So to not be able to get that, I don't think she got to start nearly what she was hoping to get to start in her senior season at Oklahoma, but stuck it out. I mean, what a way to end your career starting the game-winning game of the Women's College World Series.
Yeah, and she, coming out of Liberty, Hunter, had pitched the second most innings of any pitcher in the entire nation. Think about that. That's who OU was getting out of the portal. And like you said, the injury, the setback, you saw on the Instagram post, she talked about that even after the fact, they said, this surgery may not even heal that pinky. So there are a lot of questions for her personally, physically, emotionally, mentally. She talked about getting back. But I want to say, the end of this season, Hunter, she had the Bedlam game where she started, I believe it was the last game of that series. She pitched 2 games in that series. They couldn't score on her, and Gasso chose to go with her, and she pitched 6 innings before Deal came in, and they got a couple of hits, and she allowed that run. But Karlie Keeney was great, and I think that's the Karlie Keeney that really fully healthy, that's what OU was going to get. And I think that was a significant reason, Hunter, that Gasso chose to go with Karlie Keeney. And one quote that I remember Karlie Keeney saying earlier in the year was, I don't get too high, I don't get too low, I ride a pretty smooth wave, is what Karlie Keeney said. And I think that's another reason Gasso said, we're going with Karlie Keeney. A lot of outsiders, including some here, said, I'm not sure about this, but Gasso knew what Karlie Keeney emotionally, physically, she was ready. She was pitching really well. And she did really, really good in that game, Hunter, because a lot of stress, anxiety could have been happening there with that. I mean, the weight of that moment, and she handled it perfectly. Calm, cool, collected, and was a really big reason why this team won another national championship. And I'm just very happy for Karlie Keeney.
Yeah, Karlie Keeney started 5 games between Oklahoma State and Texas. Allowed 2 runs. That was in the national championship game, game 2 of that series. I mean, 2 runs in June is, really good. That is a really good outing for a starting pitcher, because at that point in the year, offenses are going to be putting runs up on the scoreboard. But yeah, you mentioned it. Appeared in one of the losses against Texas, 1 inning, no hits. Against Oklahoma State, Friday night, 2.1 innings, no hits. And then the following night, Saturday, 1 inning, no hits. And then gets the start in the Sunday game, trying to avoid the sweep. Only allowed 4 hits, no earned runs. Just a massive performance from Karlie Keeney. She got pulled in that game, ended up coming back in, closing it out, and just really stepped up when the Sooners needed her the most.
Yeah, and another thing, in the championship series, game 2, First inning, they get a runner on, and immediately Karlie Keeney gets the ground ball double play. Again, that moment, they get a runner on early. People were probably thinking, what's going on? And her screwball was great. She was able to get ground balls throughout the year. So that really wasn't the question. But in the big time moment, she was able to get the double play and really gave them a solid outing in that Women's College World Series Championship Series game number 2. And here's the deal. She came into Oklahoma as a graduate student, and now her career, even though her playing career at OU is over, her coaching career begins as she's going to be a graduate assistant at the University of Oklahoma. And I think what a great asset that they will have there on campus to help with some of the young pitchers coming in, the young players coming in, and not just that. From where she came out of the portal, she'll be able to relate to the portal transfers as well. Great get for OU there, having her as a graduate assistant, I think.
Oh yeah, absolutely. A graduate assistant that's going to go on and probably have a very successful career in coaching. You mentioned it earlier, Jerem, with how much college softball she has played. I mean, last year appeared in 48 games, started 34 of them at Liberty. She's played a lot of college softball, and then gets the senior or grad year, at Oklahoma. Kind of a limited role again, the pinky injury, but to be able to step up in those, I mean, top 10 matchups. I mean, you look at them. You look at Karlie Keeney. I mean, she appeared against Washington, appeared against Duke, appeared in 5 of the games between Oklahoma State and Texas. So those big time moments, and starting in the World Series game, a very good close to a very successful college career.
Yeah, and she said in her Instagram post, one more thing to highlight. It's a miracle I get to throw the yellow ball around. It's a miracle that I pitched in the national championship game. Giving the glory to God and someone who's really been through it all, out of the portal, and then facing adversity her last year and overcoming adversity to pitch in one of the biggest, maybe the biggest game of the season. She will really be able to relate really well as a coach there on staff. And again, super happy for Karlie Keeney. Thankful for her transferring to portal from the portal to the University of Oklahoma. And that is our Karlie Keeney Senior Spotlight. Thanks for watching. Make sure you hit the subscribe button and check out the Fanstop, fanstop.com. Till next time, Boomer.